I'm sorry, you want me to come investigate a single missing donut? I said, yes, I do. I said, you've seen my fee schedule, right? You know that hiring me, even for an hour, is going to cost more than many donuts. I understand that, yes, thank you. I want you to come and investigate and figure out who stole my donut. I said, all right, sure. So, yeah, whatever. I've got a free afternoon, sure. I can be there in 20 minutes. Thank you. I'll meet you at the lobby. Ollie had gotten this call, and it was a slow day. And this guy wanted him to figure out who stole a single donut. It wasn't a donut shop, mind you. This was in an office. And this guy had brought in some donuts, and somebody had taken one. He hadn't been intending to share them. So he was mad, and nobody was fessing up to it. Well, I thought it was pretty dumb, but it was also maybe an easy way to make money in the afternoon. So he went to this office, and the guy was there waiting for him in the lobby, like he said. He was a tall guy, fiery red hair. Slightly heavy build, but, pretty athletic overall. I said, Ollie, good of you to come. I appreciate you taking the time for this. I said, sure. Yeah, I had the afternoon free, and it's fine. I'm going to charge you for the time, though. So I understand how this works. I've hired professionals of all stripes before, even other private eyes. Don't you worry about that. I'm good for the money. I said, and you're sure that you want to spend your money on this? Yes, I'm sure. Okay. So tell me what happened. Well, on my way into work today, I bought a dozen donuts. My intention was to have one for my lunch and bring the rest home for dessert for my family tonight. We're having some people over, and 11 was going to be just the right amount of donuts. Well, they were in my office, and I was gone from my office for several hours this morning. When I got back to my office, it was around lunchtime. I opened the box intending to pick a donut, and I found that there was already one missing. I had seen that there were 12 in there when I got it from the store, and someone had taken a donut. It's all exactly right where, I've left everything just as it was when I found the donut missing. They were saying this as they went up stairs to the office, and they reached the office about the time that the guy said this. His name was Jim. And there all I saw was a normal office, It had walls. It was a window office just on the outside. It was the one thing that's different is the big double door. And both doors were open. And there on the corner of the desk, closest to the door, was this box of donuts. The guy lifted up the box of donuts, the lid of the box of donuts, and there, near the middle, was a hole. A spot where there was no donut. Clearly there used to be a donut. Ollie looked, and on the cardboard beneath that spot, there was some, looked like strawberry frosting. I said, okay, so I think it was a strawberry frosted donut? I think so, yes. I got an assortment. But there would have been some strawberry frosted donuts in there. That makes sense. I said, and you leave your doors open like this during the day? I said, yes. Yes, I do. Yeah, we have kind of an open door policy around here where, if I have a call or something, I'm free to close my door, but we're encouraged to leave our doors open the rest of the time. I said, okay, that makes sense. There's no mystery how whoever it was got in. They just walked in. Right. Okay. Well.
Hi, are you what did the guy think who told June?
Oh, we don't know yet, do we? We'll get there. So I started walking around, looking for evidence, looking for sprinkles on the ground. It wasn't that big of an office. The search for sprinkles came up empty. And then he sort of walked around the office again, looking at the people who had seen him and starting to get suspicious about what he was up to. He's looking for frosting on people's faces or on their clothes or fingers. Didn't see anything. So he went back to Jim and said, well, nothing so far. I don't see any evidence of, donut theft. I said, well, I guess what's next? Start interviewing people? I said, well, yeah, that's what I would do next. In a normal crime, that's what I would do next. Is there anybody that you think I should talk to? Yeah. I would start with Mark. He's in office 334. He's kind of the office-wide snack maven. If there's ever snacks, he seems to be the first one to hear about it. So I bet he's paying attention to the snack situation. So Ollie went over to room 334, knocked on the door, which was open. And Mark turned from his desk and said, oh, hi, can I help you? I said, yeah, I'm a private eye looking into something here in the office. I was wondering if I could ask you a few questions. Sure, yeah, everything all right? I said, yeah, no, it's nothing serious. It really isn't. I hear that you're the guy to talk to about snacks in the office. Mark laughed. Said, yeah, I suppose I am. I do like office snacks. Yeah. So I've kind of developed a network, not just on our floor, which is our whole company's on this floor, but throughout the whole office building when there's free snacks. People let me know, and as a reward, I let them know when there's snacks other places and sneak them snacks sometimes. It's kind of a fun little game I like to play. I said, so do you know anything about Jim's Donuts? I said, Jim's Donuts? Oh, I guess I noticed a box that could be donuts in his room, but I didn't think those were, he didn't send out an email saying, hey, everyone, I brought donuts or anything like that. He's done that before, but he didn't today. So, no, I don't know much about it. I said, all right. Is there any, well, between you and me, one of the donuts has gone missing. Mark's eyes went wide. So Jim hired a private eye to find the donut thief. Yep. I said, wow. Jim's an interesting guy. He's very generous when he's generous, but he does not... He gets really upset when he feels like people disrespected him, so I guess that's what's going on here. Wow, he hired a private eye. That's amazing. I haven't heard anything, but I'll keep my ears out. And I assume you're going to be here investigating this for a little while here. Yeah. All right, I'll come find you if I hear anything. I said, is there anybody else I should talk to? You got any leads for me? I said, geez, I don't know. Could try the interns. Interns always like food. Maybe they got confused. Thought they were supposed to be free. I said, all right, I'll try that. Where are they? There's 3 of them, and they're in offices 312, 313, and 314. I said, thanks. So I went over to those offices. And actually all 3 interns were in room 313. They were kind of having a sort of meeting. I said, hi, are you all the interns, right? And one of them said, yeah. Yep. It's a 6-month internship program. And we're about 2 months in. I said, cool, that sounds great. This is going to sound crazy, but I'm here to ask about donuts. And he had a similar conversation that he had with Mark, where They didn't know anything about the donuts. One of them had noticed the box of donuts, but said he didn't touch it or anything. And they didn't really have any useful information, nothing that they told him anyway. And they didn't have any good ideas about who else he should talk to. So Ollie started just going around and talking to more people about the donuts and talking to more people about the donuts. He'd gotten maybe halfway around the whole office when he heard shouting. It sounded like Jim. Ollie rushed over. Jim, is everything okay? I said, it's not okay. Susie here just told me she stole my donut. There was a woman there. She had brown hair. I don't know. Normal build. She was standing with one leg slightly ahead of the other ones, with her arms crossed over her chest. She said, Jim, that's enough. I said I was sorry for taking your donut, and you're going to have to let it go now. But you're not in charge of me, Sue. You don't get to tell me what to do. We've talked about this before. We're at the same level. I said, yes, I understand that, Jim, but you're really blowing this out of proportion. But I'm not blowing this out of proportion. This is food theft. Breaks the trust of the office. How am I supposed to know if I can even put something in the fridge without having you or somebody else come and pilfer it? How can I even bring my lunch without thinking that you're going to come in and steal the cookies out of my lunch? And he kind of went on like that for like 5 minutes. And Sue just stood there, occasionally answering back, but mostly just nodding and taking it. Sue said, all right, Jim, like I said, I'm sorry. Can we move on, please? We've all got a lot of work to do. Fine. I'd like you to steer clear of my office for the rest of the day. I'm still mad. That's fine, Jim. We don't have much need to have a meeting or anything today, so I'm sure I can keep my distance. I turned to Jim and said, well, I guess that's it. I said, yeah. It's no surprise. I said, oh? Susie's, well, she's had it out for me. We've never gotten along. So if anyone's going to steal my donut, I guess it makes sense that it was her. I didn't think she had it in her to steal a donut. Seems, I don't know, petty, but no, I mean, she doesn't like me. So I guess it makes sense. I mean, I guess I don't know, I'll have to go and get another donut on my way home or something. It's just the disrespect, you know, Ollie. I said, yeah, I hear you. That's rough. I said, well, I appreciate you taking the effort. I know since I'm all mad, you're probably worried that I'm not going to pay you, but I'm going to pay you. How long have you been at it here? I said, I've been here about an hour. I said, all right. Send me an invoice. I'll pay it. Appreciate your help. I'm going to give it to work, I guess. And somewhat deflated, Jim went over, picked up his donuts, put them in the back of his office on the bookshelf. Sat down, turned his computer on. Something seemed a little bit off, though. So Ollie walked around until he found Susie's office. He knocked on the door, which once again was open. He said, oh, it's you. You're the private eye, right? I said, yeah. Can I come in? I said, sure, yeah, why don't you close the door behind you? So I came in and closed the door. There was something else going on here. I said, so, I imagine you're here to ask me about the donut. I said, yeah. It just seemed strange. Like, you seem like you're a experienced professional woman. I obviously don't know you well, but I don't know. This doesn't quite fit. Something doesn't quite fit here. I said, well, you're a good detective. I'll give you that. Truth is, Ollie, I was lying. I didn't steal Jim's donut. I said, you didn't? Then why did you say that you did? Why did you stand there and take all that abuse? It's because, Ollie, here's the thing. The new girl. Her name's Willa. She's only been working here a week. She's the one that took the donut. I saw her take it, and I pulled her aside really quick, asked her what she was doing, and she said that she thought that it was like free office snacks, like we have sometimes. I knew that Jim would have said they were free if they were free, and I knew how easily Jim gets offended. She'd already eaten half the donut by the time I saw her, though. But luckily I got her out of there in time. I said, so why did you say that you did it? Because you saw the way he blew up at me. Thing is, Jim's never liked me. I don't think he ever will. I don't care if Jim's mad at me. He can be mad at me. It doesn't change anything. He said we're at the equal levels, but the truth is, I outrank him. And because I don't blow up like that, whenever we have a disagreement, people always assume that I'm in the right. But if he'd gone and yelled at Willa, I mean, that'd be hard, you know? Your first week in the job and this big scary guy comes yelling at you about donuts. So I told him it was me, so he'd yell at me. Now everyone's gone back to work. I don't know you're just doing your job, but it's kind of disruptive to have a private eye going around asking everybody about donuts. So that's the short version, Ollie. I took the hit so that Willa wouldn't have to and so we could all get back to work. I said, whoa, that's pretty hardcore. I said, well, like you said, I'm an experienced professional woman. I've been in this business a while. I even know Jim pretty well, despite the fact that he thinks I don't like him or pay attention to him. Sometimes, the easiest way, the quickest way is through. And that, Ollie, in the case of the stolen donut.